A recruiter is about to open a LinkedIn profile, and from the second it loads, the clock starts. 7 seconds. That's the average time a recruiter spends before they decide. Keep her or close the tab and move on to the next one. 7 seconds to judge your entire career. So here's the only question that actually matters. In those 7 seconds, where do their eyes actually go? Because if you know that name, if you know exactly where a recruiter's gaze lands and why it leaves, you can rebuild your profile to win every one of those moments. So I took a real profile, put an eye tracking heat map on it, and rebuilt it section by section. Let's watch the eyes. Fixation 1. The very first place the eye lands is the top left, your photo, and the banner behind it. This happens before a single word is read. And here's what makes the eye bounce: a dark, cropped, faraway photo, and that default gray banner that almost everyone leaves untouched. It reads as generic, and the gaze slides right off. So here's the fix: your face should fill about 60% of the frame, eyes to camera, with soft, even light, a face the eye can lock onto. And that banner is the most wasted space on LinkedIn. It is free billboard real estate. Use it to say in 5 words who you help. The moment you do, the eye stops bouncing and starts reading. Now the gaze drops to the single most powerful line on your entire profile, the headline. This is the biggest lever you have, and almost everyone wastes it. Watch what the eye does with, quote, software engineer, looking for new opportunities. It reads it and it leaves. Why? Because a job title is not a reason to keep reading. Looking for opportunities tells a recruiter nothing, except that you are available. Here's the formula that makes the eye stay: what you do, for who, and the result, packed with the exact keywords a recruiter searches. Look at the rebuilt version: front end engineer, building fast, accessible fintech interfaces in React and TypeScript. Design systems that cut ship time 40%. Same person. But now, every word is either a keyword or a result. The eye doesn't just read this, it leans in. But here's the thing: most people never realize. Recruiters don't browse LinkedIn, they search it. They type a role and a stack into a filter: React engineer, fintech, and LinkedIn returns a ranked list. And if your headline, your about, and your skills don't contain those exact words, you are not on page 2. You are invisible. You simply don't exist to them. This is why keywords matter so much. Before the rebuild, this profile matched almost nothing. After, with the right words in the right places, it jumps to the top of the results. Same career. The only thing that changed is that the words a recruiter actually types now live where the search engine actually looks. The gaze moves down to the About section. And here's the trap that kills it: LinkedIn only shows the first 3 lines before it cuts you off with See More. And almost nobody clicks See More. So those first 3 lines are the whole game. Watch where most people start. I am a passionate, results driven professional. The eye reads 2 words and gives up. Now the rebuild. First line, a hook you can't ignore: I turn messy financial data into interfaces people actually trust. Second line, proof and who you help. Third line, you're already into the value. Write it in first person, like you're talking to one human being, and end it with a clear invitation to reach out. 3 lines. That is the difference between See More and Let's Talk. Now notice something. Your eyes have been locked on the screen for almost 5 minutes straight. No bounce. That right there is the exact kind of attention a recruiter gives a profile they don't want to lose. So do what they do when they find a keeper. Don't let it disappear. Hit subscribe and turn on the bell so the next teardown lands right in front of you. On YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, wherever your eyes already are. Okay, back to the gaze. Next stop, and this one is a magnet for the eye, the featured section. It is the only place on your profile where you control the visuals: images, links, a portfolio, a post, a PDF, right under your headline. An empty featured section is prime real estate sitting dark, so fill it. Pin the one thing you most want a recruiter to see: a project, a result, a piece of proof. Because the eye is drawn to images long before it reads text, featured is how you decide what they look at first. Now the gaze reaches experience, and it does not read this word for word. It skims. It jumps to the bold titles, then scans the bullets underneath. So watch what makes it bounce. Responsible for managing the front end team. That is a job description. It is a list of duties, and the eye has seen 1,000 of them. Here's the fix: every single bullet becomes a verb, a number, and an outcome. Not responsible for the dashboard. Instead, rebuilt the core dashboard, cut load time from 4 seconds to 1, and lifted daily active use 27%. See the difference? Duties tell a recruiter what you were assigned. Results tell them what you'll do for them. And numbers are what the skimming eye actually stops for. Two quick stops the eye trusts more than anything you say about yourself. Skills. Your top 3 are pinned, and more importantly, they are searchable. So put your money keywords there, not Microsoft Word. And recommendations. 2 or 3 real specific recommendations from people you worked with will do more than 30 one-click endorsements ever could. Because now it is someone else vouching for you. Here's the one-line way to get them. Message a former colleague, remind them of one specific thing you shipped together, and ask if they'd write 2 sentences about it. Most people say yes. Last 2 things the recruiter's eye checks before they decide. 1. Are you actually alive on here? They glance at your activity. A profile that hasn't posted in a year reads as inactive. You don't have to become an influencer. One genuinely useful post a week keeps you showing up in feeds and in search. And 2, the open to work signal. Turning it on tells recruiters, and only recruiters if you want, exactly what role you're after. That green ring you've seen around a photo, that's it. Set to public. It's a quiet little flag that says, I'm ready, and here's exactly what I'm ready for. So let's run the gaze one more time across the rebuild profile. Photo, the eye locks on. Headline, it leans in. About, it keeps reading past the fold. Experience, it stops on every number. Skills, activity, the open to work flag. Green, the whole way down. No bounces. And here's what I want you to notice. We didn't invent a single fake thing. Same person, same career. We just put the right thing exactly where the eye already looks. That is all optimization really is. If you want the exact 7-second checklist a recruiter's eyes runs every section in order with the fix for each, I put it in a free 1-page guide. Comment the word gaze or grab it at the link below. And if this changed how you see your own profile, subscribe here on YouTube, follow on Facebook and Instagram. And if you want the deeper build, my beginner guides are linked down below. Now go open your own profile and watch it the way a recruiter will. 7 seconds. Make every one of them count.